All right, hump day show. Let's fucking do it. Why is the fucking song not playing? Play, motherfucking song. I'll kill you.
Just listen up, motherfuckers, I'm about to spit about the world's greatest show, yeah, this is it. Retaliates, if I'm getting insane. This blues out of his mouth, just dismissing thing. When show on drops, it's time to begin. To talk around chats and make fun of them. Let it trash roll all, the world's on fire. We are parody, shit's getting dire. Religious bullshit, no one make you feel like dying. Cause you touch your more children, and it only you right here. Go from zeros to heroes just for one day. It's the world's greatest show, and it's coming your way. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. And we never grow. Time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. And we never grow. Time for the Dusty Show.
What the fuck is up, universe? Welcome to the world's finest one-man show. It's the Dusty Show. Hell yeah, coming at you on this Wednesday. Out of breath, because I am out of shape. Old as shit, but gonna kill it tonight, as we always fucking do. I don't need no fucking pants for this show, motherfucker. I'm laying in bed. That's how we do on the world's greatest show. Can do it right from my fucking reclining bed. Hell yeah. So what the fuck's up? Love the shit out of you guys. Hope you're doing well out there. I can't complain. Folks, know what happened? I got the beast back. The beast is back. Although it's not really back because I haven't set it all up yet. So we're still on the backup, but I got the beast fixed. Only cost me $1,000 to get fixed, y'all. So fuck my life. But I'm doing something different with my hair, we think. Freshly powdered. I'm trying to comb it down over here this way to make it look like my forehead is like not a 7 head. Just trying to reduce it to a 4 or 5 head from a 7 head. We'll see what happens. Put some hairspray in it. Hell yeah. And let's see what else going on. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do a little movie review real quick. Shit's insane, y'all. So, Wolverine and Deadpool. Been out at the movie theater for a while. Everybody seems to love it. Great movie. Finally, they have released this movie on streaming. Available for rent. $25. 25 fucking what? Who in the goddamn hell is paying $25 fucking dollars to rent a movie online? They are inviting you to pirate it. They're asking for it, folks. There's no way with a correct mind you could pay $25 to rent a fucking movie. What else a Blockbuster? Back in the day, $1.99 for a movie, $25, crazy as shit. But anyway, man, I know this, but as soon as it's available for streaming or rent on the internet, it's also available on all the pirate sites. Not that you should pirate. Pirating is murder. But if you wanted to, you could. Obviously, I rented it for $25, obviously. And for $25, I watched it in 8K, Dolby surround sound, Atmos, all that shit. Definitely didn't pirate it. Anyway, and it was good. It was good. It was a good movie. They introduced a lot of characters. They didn't seem to give a shit if they died or not, which is fine. I don't care if they die. I don't know these people. But anyway, I enjoyed it. Everybody knows I'm a huge Ackman fan. Triple threat, singer, dancer, actor, gorgeous. He's like 90 years old, but still ripped to fucking shreds. Amazing. And Ryan Reynolds was good. It was a good movie all the way around, but I definitely would not pay $25 fucking dollars for it. That is insane. And also, I'm thinking about playing a new game. I'm not getting paid to tell you this. I'm just telling you this because this is my life. Anybody playing this game that just came out called Throne and Liberty? I downloaded. I think I'm playing it tomorrow. So it's like an MMORPG. So if anybody else is playing it, holler at me. Maybe we'll get together and play it together. Maybe I'll Twitch it or something. We'll see what the fuck happens. All right, that's all I got, folks. Let's go ahead and kick the show off. Pretty big show for Wednesday. Usually Wednesday is a little check-in show, but not this time, motherfuckers. This time we got the nuts, for Wednesday at least. So let's go ahead and start off with a section I've never done before, but we'll probably never do again. It's called VIP God damn it, I can't click. Cat, you're on my hand already, not helping. The Veep stakes going on. They had the big vice presidential debate last night. Everybody been waiting on that. Everybody thought Walls is going to wipe the floor with weird couch fucking JD Vance. Not really what happened. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Super Chat's open. You guys know how Super Chats work, right? You click on the $ and you have me read your words, so you should do that. Anyway, did you guys watch it? It was boring. Yeah, like all debates, it wasn't great. And I didn't think Walsh did as good as he possibly could have done, to be honest with you. Hassan Abi, his entire crew thought Walsh lost miserably. All they were doing on Twitter was bitching all the fucking about it. I thought he did better than that. It was fine. I'll play you guys some highlights of it. We'll break it the fuck down. First off, before it even began, grifters were already fucking grifting. How can this be real life? Beyond parody, Laura Ingraham, who was a head newscaster over there at Fox News, says, thousands of Americans will see what's at stake after tonight's VP debate, and nobody gives a shit. The vice presidents don't have any fucking power. All right? Anyway, protect yourself from potential Harris Walls disaster. All right, how will I do that? Learn how precious metals could help you. Oh my gosh, she's selling gold, folks. She's selling gold. Be afraid of the Harris Walls presidency. Buy gold immediately. What kind of sucker buys fucking gold in this day and age? I only buy things with hard assets to back them up. Like Bitcoin, baby. You know it anyway. Just hard to believe this is real life. And then, classy. That is one word I can use to describe Trump supporters. It's not a correct word, but it's a word. Here they are out in front of the vice presidential debate. The Walls people were out there. Trump people were out there. Let's see who you guys think is the classier of the two.
We're gay! We're gay and we support Trump! Kiss my ass! Kiss my ass! Kiss my ass! You're not from New York! Fuck you!
Just high level human beings in every way. Trump supporters, the best among us, always representing themselves incredibly fucking well.
Fuck you! Suck my dick!
And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I have to see more of these winners. I can't live another second without seeing more of these people who make life worth living. Wish granted. Okay, is that a trans woman or what? Does she have a dick? Which is fine. I got no problem with it. I just got questions. We're not sucking your dick. We're not sucking your dick. Nope. I'm not eating your pussy. I'm not sucking your dick. I'm not eating your ass. No, thank you. Hard pass. So, yikes, yes, the dregs of humanity going to get Trump elected again, folks. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's still a toss-up. I think a lot of my audience is delusional in a way, no offense. I feel you on this one. All of you are probably like me. You're thinking, there's no way we're going to elect Trump again. There's no way that's going to happen. This country is going to come to its fucking senses, regardless of what the polls say. And we're going to move past Trump, but literally, it's 50-50, folks. It is a coin flip right now. So I'm just saying, prepare yourself. Trump could win again. Abso-fucking-lutely. He could win again. So we'll see what happens. But also, like, I do want to say, like, I don't want to freak you guys out too much, okay? I don't want to be make you too despondent. Because if Trump wins again, we will be okay. All right? The good news is Trump is a complete fucking moron. All the bad shit he says he's going to do, he's probably going to fail miserably because he fails at everything goddamn else he tries. So we will survive Trump, folks. Hopefully that won't happen, but don't commit suicide just yet. And then to the debate itself, folks. Wall seemed a little bit nervous, especially in the beginning. He had some good moments, though. And J.D. Vance, I've always thought J.D. Vance was a good debater. I've always thought he was a good speaker. That's one of the reasons that I predicted that Trump was going to pick him as the vice presidential candidate. Now, he's real awkward. He has no social skills whatsoever when he's around other people. It's like he's a space alien. But when he's on stage, he lies effortlessly. He's good at not fumbling over his words. He's good at staying calm. And he's good at sticking to the script, narrative, and hearing the question and then pivoting to whatever he wants to fucking say. He's great at that. So he did pretty good at this debate, I thought. His approval ratings went up hugely after this debate for people who actually watched it. But first off, a few of the best moments from Tim Walz.
The same thing goes with this. And I ask you out there, teachers, nurses, truck drivers, or whatever, how is it fair that you're paying your taxes every year and Donald Trump hasn't paid any federal tax in the last 15 years, and the last year as president? That's what's wrong with the system. There's a way around it, and he's bragged about that. We're just asking for fairness in it, and that's all you want. And the same thing goes with this.
There's no fairness, folks. Rich people wrote the tax laws specifically to let themselves find loopholes to get around actually paying taxes. Taxes are for us poor fucking suckers. And here he is telling the truth about why Vice President Mike Pence is not standing there debating him instead of J.D. Vance.
Does have the floor for 1 minute to respond to you.
Yeah, well, I don't run Facebook. What I do know is I see a candidate out there who refused, and now again, and this, I'm pretty shocked by this, he lost the election. This is not a debate. It's not anything anywhere other than in Donald Trump's world. Because look, when Mike Pence made that decision to certify that election, that's why Mike Pence isn't on this stage. What I'm concerned about is, where is the firewall with Donald Trump? Where is the firewall if he knows he could do anything, including taking an election, and his vice president's not going to stand to it? That's what we're asking you, America. Will you stand up? Will you keep your oath of office, even if the president doesn't? And I think Kamala Harris would agree. She wouldn't have picked me if she didn't think I would do that, because of course that's what we would do. So America, I think you've got a really clear choice on this election of who's going to honor that democracy and who's going to honor Donald Trump.
Governor,
true story, but America does not give a shit. Most people are just too busy trying to feed their kids, go to work, come home, bathe, get a few hours sleep, watch a movie or two. They have no clue what the fuck's going on. And the media does such a shit job of fact-checking anybody, of keeping Trump honest. He can literally just lie his way into the White House, which seems like possibly that's the direction we're headed. Anyway, one more clip here from Walz talking about how you should have the right to abortion if you want to.
The question got asked, and Donald Trump made the accusation that wasn't true about Minnesota. Well, let me tell you about this idea that there's diverse states. There's a young woman named Amber Thurman. She happened to be in Georgia, a restrictive state. Because of that, she had to travel a long distance to North Carolina to try and get her care. Amber Thurman died in that journey back and forth. The fact of the matter is, how can we as a nation say that your life and your rights, as basic as the right to control your own body, is determined on geography? There's a very real chance, had Amber Thurman lived in Minnesota, she would be alive today. The question got...
True story, but does anybody care? Hopefully women are listening. Hopefully women will vote in their own best interest. 30 days away, folks. Only a month away. Huge, monumental election. And then, folks, it's 1984. Every goddamn day in this country, the party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command. Here's what J.D. Vance claims happened. And then, to your right, there's the reality we can all see for ourselves.
It's really rich for Democratic leaders to say that Donald Trump is a unique threat to democracy when he peacefully gave over power, when he peacefully gave over power, peacefully gave over power, peacefully gave over power, peacefully gave over power.
He did everything he could to overthrow our democracy and set himself up as a dictator, folks. But words don't have any meaning anymore. They can just say anything, and people will believe it. It's so frustrating. Makes me not even want to be an American, really, to be honest with you. And then you probably saw this clip, folks. He thought he could just get up there and spew a fire hose of lies without being fact-checked. And in fact, before the debate even began, they agreed, you are not going to fact-check me. I'm not even going to show up if you fucking fact-check me. And when they barely pushed back against some lies he told, here was his response.
Thank you, Governor. And just to clarify for our viewers, Springfield, Ohio does have a large number of Haitian migrants who have legal status, temporary protected status.
Well, Margaret, but
thank you, Senator. We have so much to get to.
Margaret, I think it's important because
we're going to turn out of the economy. Thank you,
Margaret. The rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check. And
yeah, no fair, guys. You're fact checking. You're just supposed to let me lie. If I'd have been up there next to him, I would have been like, hey, I know the rules said that you're not supposed to fact check us, but you can fact check me. I know he said specifically he's not going to show up if you fact check him, but please fact check every word that I'm saying. And if I say something wrong, correct me, because I do not want to lie. That is the difference, the stark difference between me and this couch fucking son of a bitch standing next to me. But didn't do that. Yes, it's this, folks.
I was told you guys weren't going to fact check.
Yep, love that. It's Office Space. You hadn't seen that. Fucking shady Vance. And they've asked him, hey, did Trump lose the election? Wouldn't even answer that question. Possibly the best moment that Tim Walz had tonight.
And it manifested itself because of Donald Trump's inability to say. He is still saying he didn't lose the election. I would just ask that. Did he lose the 2020 election?
Tim, I'm focused on the future. Did Kamala Harris censor Americans from speaking their mind in the wake of the 2020 COVID situation?
No, Kamala Harris had nothing to do with Twitter, with Facebook. She's the vice president. 0-0. In fact, Trump was president then, right? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That is a damning non-answer.
Has she?
And
it is a damning non-answer, but he won't answer. And I love how he continuously says, I'm focused on the future. Because he doesn't have an answer. He doesn't want to admit that he knows Trump lost because it'll piss fucking Trump off. And it'll also make everybody who went to prison for Trump, everybody who spread the big lie, look like the big fucking idiot they are. They even asked him again today. Why didn't you answer that fucking question?
Hi, Senator. Will Jones from Local 4. I spoke with some elected officials or election officials last week about their concern about people who are trying to undermine our elections. Why didn't you answer the question last night during the debate about who won the 2020 presidential election?
Well, look, here's the simple reason. The media is obsessed with talking about the election of 4 years ago. I'm focused on the election of...
That's why it's the media. It's the media's fault for being obsessed with the election from 4 years ago. Literally, your running mate can't shut the fuck up about it. He spent the last 4 years, every time he gets in front of the camera, obsessing about it. Talking about how he was cheated. It was rigged. He won bigly. It was literally him that's obsessed about it. But just gaslight right in front of our face. I'm not answering because of the media. It's the media's fault. Never take any responsibility for anything. It's conservatism 101. Responsibility is for every fucking body else. So unbelievably frustrating. And Tim Walz also had a couple bad moments at the debate. Here's the most awkward moments. Apparently, a while back, he lied or misspoke about not being in Tiananmen Square at a certain day, and they kind of busted him on it, and he looked awkward as shit trying to explain it away.
Governor, just to follow up on that, the question was, can you explain the discrepancy?
All I said on this was I got there that summer and misspoke on this, so I will just, that's what I've said. So I was in Hong Kong and China during the democracy protests went in. And from that, I learned a lot of what needed to be in governance.
Terrible answer. Terrible, Tim. And then he apparently admitted to friending school shooters. He said it a couple times. Why? Why did you do this? The soundbite of the entire debate.
You previously opposed an assault weapons ban, but only later in your political career did you change your position. Why?
Yeah, I sat in that office with those Sandy Hook parents. I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen it. Look, the NRA, I was the NRA guy for a long time. They used to teach gun safety. I'm of an age where My shotgun was in my car so I could pheasant hunt after football practice. That's not where we live today.
You previously opposed an
Befriended school shooters. Now, no, what he must have meant was he's befriended kids that were involved in school shootings, I'm assuming. Or maybe he meant that he's befriended potential school shooters and the friendship helped them not to shoot up the school. Either way, yeah, just misspoke, but still, it's a bad thing to misspeak about, all right? I befriended school shooters is not a good soundbite. Let's just be honest about it, right? It's something that conservatives would jump on, red meat, they'll fucking spread everywhere. He meant victims. I know what he meant, but the point is he said it, right? And but basically this is the debate in one photo. Trump is just bull in a china shop, lies, as blatant as lies can possibly be. Vance is more flowery lies. He can more eloquently spin his lies where they seem reasonable, but they're actually just the same exact fucking lies Donald Trump tells. He meant shooters. I'm sure he meant victims. That makes way more sense. But still, not a gaffe you want to make. And then, who won the debate? Who won? All right, so opinions vary. According to the CBS poll, it was almost neck and neck. J.D. Vance, 42% to Tim Walz, 41%. Pretty evenly matched overall. Wasn't the knockout punch people were hoping. Both candidates sounded reasonable tonight to the majority of debate watchers. Tim Walz sounded more reasonable than J.D. Vance. Apparently, Tim Walz seemed more prepared than J.D. Vance. Tim Walz apparently won most of the issues, but still, by 1 point, lost this particular poll, which seems odd. Shows you that people don't actually give a fucking shit about anything that counts or is important. And what about saying Waltz? Tim Waltz. I'm going to call him Waltz. It doesn't matter. Whatever the fuck his name is. Who gives a shit? And then, even Fox News thought Tim Waltz won.
Because you mentioned him. 58% said Waltz won, and 42% said Vance won. Because you mentioned.
Oh, shit. Even Fox News. You know it's bad when Fox News ain't got your back. And then apparently NBC News just polled their focus group of 6 undecided voters in Pennsylvania. And 5 out of 6 says Tim Walz won. So cool. I guess that's good news. Hopefully that'll have some effect on the election. Do you know how to do the waltz? Hell yeah, I can Tim Waltz all over this motherfucker. Don't test me. And then, of course, MSNBC was out there shilling for Walz, as they always do. Here's Joy Reid.
But he said, number one, nothing memorable. There's nothing clippable in what he said. They were just all smooth, bland lies. He got outdone by by Tim Walz, who may be awkward. It took him a while to get warmed up, but he won the debate because he actually had substance. He was relatable, and he didn't go in there to slay J.D. Vance. He went in there to show himself, and he showed himself to be bipartisan. He showed himself to be reasonable. Practical. He showed himself to be practical. He acted as a governor. And a lot of people are complaining that he didn't knock J.D. Vance out and that he wasn't rhetorically cruel. But that was not his job. It was obvious that his job was to sell Kamala Harris as president. He did that very well. He won the debate.
So I agree. I think Tim Walz did win the debate, but only because, J.D. Vance was lying his ass off, and I'm educated enough on the issues to know lies when I fucking hear them. So it's easy to pick the guy telling the fucking truth. But debates often aren't even about the issues. They're not about the truth. They're not about facts. They're how you come off. It's more about the feel of it. And I think J.D. Vance did pretty well under that criteria. But net favorability of both of them went up hugely after the debate. Walz up by 37 points. He went up, that's at 23? And Vance went up 19. I can do the math. 22 minus 3, that's 19. Is that how that works? And pretty good. J.D. Vance, a huge game, at least for people that watched it. So I'd say it was a win for J.D. Vance overall, to be honest with you. But then after the debate, for some reason, they felt the need to yassify, which is a word that exists in the universe. J.D. Vance, this is Representative Mike Collins decided to post a Photoshop alpha male chiseled jawline photo of J.D. Vance for some reason, even though he has no chin. chinless couch fucking JD Vance. But yeah, let's make him Chad as shit. That's not weird or anything. Also, shouldn't this make him feel bad? Because, like, you're literally saying he's ugly, so we got to make him better looking because he's so fucking ridiculously photogenic. I wouldn't like that, I don't think. Just use real pictures of me, baby, like I do. I would never AI picture myself. And that, apparently, it didn't do quite as well as the last vice presidential debate. 43 million viewers this time around. Last time in 2020, they got 59, so significantly less this time. Back when it was Joe Biden and Sarah Palin did 69 million, almost 70 million for Biden Palin, so it was way, way down. So the good news is, even if JD Vance did do well, very few people watched it. I mean, not very few, 43 million, but still less than normal. But didn't stop Kamala Harris from immediately jumping all over the debate and creating this killer ad.
It's really rich for Democratic leaders to say that Donald Trump is a unique threat to democracy when he peacefully gave over power.
He is still saying he didn't lose the election. I would just ask that. Did he lose the 2020 election?
Tim, I'm focused on the future.
That is a damning non-answer. America, I think you've got a really clear choice of who's going to honor that democracy and who's going to honor Donald Trump.
I'm just saying, regardless of whoever wins, y'all, let's just be honest with ourselves. After January 6th happened, the fact that it's a coin flip, a toss-up, means this country's already fucking cooked, y'all. It don't really matter. It's already over for us. Our best days are behind us, unlike me, baby. Get better every day. But America, though, America's donezo. It's Jova Rover for this fucking country. Wonder what's next. America 2, Rome 2.0, I don't know. We need some catchy ass name for the next version of this goddamn country. And that is my debate coverage. Hell yeah. Rip through that shit, baby. Harris campaign team is good. I don't know if I go that far, pure chaos. I think Harris campaign doing pretty bad, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't see how they could be neck and neck with Donald Trump at this point if they were any fucking good. They should be so far ahead. It's ridiculous. So I don't think the Harris campaign is doing well, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. Hot like a dumpster fire. Hell yeah. Bring the marshmallows. Or roast them over the open pit. Megalopolis. I heard that's bombing like a motherfucker. Dude spent $120 million of his own money just to bomb. Horrible. You have little faith. I ain't got no faith. Zero. Zero is my faith. My brain is incapable of faith. Only logic and reason. Got my go bag and my passport ready. Ain't nowhere to go. I mean, as shitty as America is, the whole world fucking sucks. So, yeah, it's not a great country, but they ain't nowhere to fucking go. Ain't nowhere that's going to have me anyway. She's 6 punts in ahead. Yeah, nationwide, but, like, the national polls don't count. It's going to come down to 2 states, and then it's going to be like 20,000 votes in those 2 states. So the popular vote means fucking nothing, unfortunately. We are far better off than we were 20 years ago. I mean, yeah, it depends. Yeah, in a lot of ways, you're right. Overall, you're right. Everything's better than it used to be. But as far as our democracy and elections go, it's never been this bad. Never. I've never seen any buffoonishness and clownishness like this to this level ever in my 50 years of covering politics. Ain't never fucking happened. And all right, folks, get your super chats in. I think it's been kind of slow tonight because I didn't sell it hard enough. I should have sold the super chats harder. That's the key at the beginning of the show. It's fine, whatever. I don't need money. The cats can starve. I'll eat them. I'll eat them like I'm in Springfield, Ohio, y'all. Anyway, let's move on. It's time for some Chud Watch. Yeah, we are. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to say it tonight. Woo! I lied! Got you on. First off, on the Chud Watch, Here's a clip that's not new. It's not old. Don't say it's old, because I do love it when you say that, but it's not. But it is sort of old, but I never saw it before. But this just showed you how psychotic Trump supporters are, and how these old boomers who are on death's doorstep think they're so badass and intimidating. Watch this old dipshit try to threaten Luke Beasley.
That man that's talking is the only person alive on this earth that can save this republic peacefully.
Peacefully, okay.
Peacefully.
Right.
Now, if he's not elected, you listen to this, boy. This republic shall survive, regardless of what the hell it takes.
Okay.
Smoke that over in your pipe.
I mean, that's a clear threat. He's saying it's only going to be peaceful if our candidate wins. And if our candidate doesn't win, it's not going to be peaceful. Boy, we going to kill all y'all if you don't let our candidate win. Nobody's scared of you, fucking grandpa. We will stomp a mud hole in you and walk it fucking dry. Step up, boomer. Same shit will happen to you that happens to every other terrorist that wants to break fucking bad. But you know what? You ain't gonna goddamn do shit. You just running your fucking diarrhea lips. And it's just insane what a coward this man is. Apparently 60 Minutes was going to have a show with both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump where they could sit on there and say whatever they wanted to. But I guess Donald Trump was too nervous that they might fact check him or push back on his lies a little bit. So he pulled out immediately, much like his father should have done. But yeah, breaking, Donald Trump has pulled out of the upcoming interview on 60 Minutes election special, meaning VP Harris will now be the only candidate participating. So good. Hopefully it helps Harris. Hopefully something helps her. Good Lordy, y'all. And his brain is gone, y'all. This is what happens when you get syphilis. It just melts your brain down. How is this a coin flip from the White House?
Washington would not get us. They said that we have to guard the United Nations, which meant the president of North Korea, who's basically trying to kill me.
Yeah, the president of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, apparently, who you continuously tell us sent you love letters, is trying to kill you. But, I mean, of course, he meant Iran. He said North Korea when he meant Iran because his fucking brain's gone. He got tapioca pudding coming out of his ears. Tapioca Putin. There's a little Freudian penis for you. And I guess, like I've said over and over again, he believes he can just lie his way into the White House, and it's a coin flip, so maybe he can.
Can you imagine that your child leaves for school and comes home and their gender has been changed?
Definitely, your child goes to school and they come home and their gender has been changed. Doesn't this happen all the time? Hasn't this happened repeatedly? It has to have. If the top contender to be president of the United States says it's true, it has to have happened at least fucking once, right? No, never happened, never has happened, never will happen, but it doesn't fucking matter. Nothing matters. Words don't matter. And then, of course, what the fuck is he talking about?
Because they're flying them in. They're in airplanes. I will shut down all entries through Kamala's migrant phone app. She's got a phone app. And you know who it's meant for? The cartel heads. The heads. So the cartel heads call the app and they tell them where to drop the illegal migrants. This is the administration. It's not even believable.
Yeah, you're right. It's not even believable. Yet apparently it is because people will believe it. So according to Trump, Kamala Harris has created a phone app specifically for members of the Mexican drug cartels so that they can use the app to let her know where they want to drop illegal aliens with drugs off to come across the border. How is this fucking real life? How could anybody look at this and say, yeah, I'm voting for that? But, you know, I understand. I already know the answer to that question. It's because we're fucking cooked as a goddamn country. The internet just, as big a fan of the internet as I am, it seems to have broken our goddamn country. And then, of course, can't be a Trump press conference without just out-of-your-mind racism.
These people are among the worst in the world. They come from the Congo in Africa. Many people from the Congo. I don't know what that is, but they come out of jails in the Congo. You know, they're letting their jail population come into the United States. Their jails are being emptied into the United States. Their gang members are being taken out of Caracas, Venezuela, and lots of other places, which was a rough city, very dangerous city. And they're being delivered into the United States. They're gang members. And these are tough gang members. You see what's happening in Aurora.
So he doesn't know where the Congo is or what it is. It's the second largest country in Africa. And, of course, none of this is happening. If we lived in the same world, every time he said any one of these things, it would be all over our news media, fact-checking him, shitting all over him, educating our populace. But we have a Trump numbness now, where he can pretty much say anything, which is what he's doing, and nobody's surprised. Nobody even covers it any fucking more. So he gets away with it right in front of our fucking eyes. And here he is accusing Kamala Harris of murder, because, of course, why not? Why not?
By the way, I'm outraged that she let in the savage who raped and murdered Rachel Morin. Kamala let her in. She murdered him. In my opinion, Kamala murdered him, just like she did, just like she had a gun in her hand.
That's right. Kamala Harris, personally, the vice president, is in charge of the border, and she was like, come on in and murder people. And this guy came across, and he murdered a girl, and it's just like Kamala held the gun in her hand. All this is real life, folks. Super serious country we are. And then remember when RFK Jr. said that any politician who denied global warming should be put in prison. No exceptions. Now here's his best friend.
Because global warming wasn't working, because the planet's actually gotten a little bit cooler recently. But climate change covers everything. It can rain, it can be dry, it can be hot, it can be cold. Climate change, everything is. Look, and I believe I really am an environmentalist. I've gotten environmental awards, but I want clean, beautiful air and clean, beautiful water. That's all, crystal clean.
Literally pulling every regulation to clean the air and the fucking water. Just all goddamn nonsense. It's insulting nonsense. And speaking of insulting nonsense, once again, 1984. Don't believe what you see with your own eyes. Believe the words coming out of my mouth. Once again, here he is sitting in front of 2 teleprompters, bragging about how he doesn't need teleprompters.
By the way, isn't it nice to have a guy that doesn't need teleprompters?
Literally reads 90% of his speeches off a teleprompter. Just spent 30 minutes reading off a teleprompter to these people.
To tell this stuff. Thank you. You know, I'm going through all these names, and it's not part of my thing. I'm going through all these names. You think Biden could do that? I don't think so.
I think anybody could do it. I think anybody could read 90% off teleprompters and then just bullshit 10% of the time. Hell, I do, 8 hours of live programming a week without a fucking teleprompter, Donald Trump. So stop sucking your own dick, but it's all he ever does. Dude loves the taste of his own jizz. And then another example of how he doesn't actually give a shit about the troops. We already knew this. But, all right, I'm going to play this. But before I play it, I'm almost on Trump's side not respecting the troops. Because, over half of them are going to vote for Donald Trump anyway. And if this guy continuously shits on you time and time and time again, and you still vote for him, then maybe you are as dumb as he says you are. Maybe you are suckers and fucking losers.
Do you think Israel should retaliate to these missile attacks from Iran? But also, do you believe that you should have been tougher on Iran after they had launched ballistic missiles in 2020 on U.S. forces in Iraq, leaving more than 100 U.S. soldiers injured?
So, first of all, injured. What does injured mean? Injured means you mean because they had a headache, because the bombs never hit the fort. So just so you...
Just shit, man. Holy God. So, they had traumatic brain injuries from the force of the missiles striking the bunkers. Like shockwaves going through their brain, giving them concussions and stuff. And Trump's like, they just had some headaches. Who gives a shit about those fucking whiners? But good, keep shitting on Trump, because I'm with you. Fuck the military. The majority of you are dumb as dog shit. All right? You are suckers. You're all fucking losers. You signed up because your life was so pointless that you had nothing better going fucking on. Your grades weren't good. You had no direction in life, so you had to join the fucking military. I'm on Trump's side with this one. Fuck the military. You're all goddamn imbeciles. Every fucking one of you that votes for this motherfucker. And to show you how cooked our country is, folks, AI done destroyed the brains of boomers. They keep posting these AI pictures like they're fucking real. This is how our politics are going to be one of the future, folks. No one's going to know what's real, what's fake, and they're going to believe anything they fucking want to. Doesn't look obese or lack of exercise. At least he's got common sense. Yeah, look how healthy and in shape this real picture of Donald Trump is, folks. Look how he is out there helping everybody, wading through the water, just like Trump would do. Don't we often see Trump in blue jeans and just regular shirts doing manly shit? Of course we do. That's the most Trump thing ever. And then this rumor goes around, folks. It's been going all around the last couple of days. Trump just donated $25 million to hurricane victims. Now, this is not true. We all know this is not true. We all know that Trump is never donating a penny to any fucking body else but himself. Duh. But it doesn't even matter because they can just say it's true and people will believe it, which is just as good as doing it to all the idiots who are going to believe it. And it wasn't just Josh Dunlap who said this and got 26,000 likes. Also, Blair White out here. When tragedy struck, one candidate responded by staging a photo with a blank paper, which is not true. The other flew to the scene and donated $25 million, which is not true. But like I said, it doesn't matter what the truth is. These people feel morally obligated to lie. To them, this is a team sport. And it doesn't matter what you have to do to win. You win at all fucking costs, baby. And Blair White knows that if Trump wins, she won't be hurting anyway. She's already fucking rich. She's already got it made. Who gives a fuck about anybody else that's hurt? Who gives a fuck about all the other trans people that are hurt? She got hers and she pulled the ladder up after her. And fuck all you guys. She'll do whatever she can, lie, cheat, and steal to get the orange goof into office. And here's Sparks. Trump just donated $25 million to hurricane victims. No, he did not. The rumor has been making the rounds since yesterday. If he did, it'd be the first time he ever did anything without bragging about it. Yeah, he would be telling everybody if he did it. That's how you know it's not true. He didn't mention it at his rally yesterday either. You can't find any mention of it anywhere except for random accounts on X because they just made it up because they don't care about the truth, folks. It's almost like they want the country to be destroyed. And then they actually asked them, the people that leave the Donald Trump rally early, why they're leaving early. Remember, Trump said nobody leaves early. All these people, they're waiting over there because I want to go take pictures with him over there, which is a lie. That never happens. He never leaves the stage and goes to a certain designated area and takes pictures with anybody. He was just so butthurt that Kamala Harris called him out about it during the debate that he has to try to lie and cover. But of course, they asked the people, and nobody said we're leaving because we're going to take a picture with Donald Trump. They told the truth, and here's what they said.
The rally's still going on. Why do you have to leave? That's unfortunate.
I work my ass off. I work 3 jobs just to be able to afford everything. With the fact that they take so much from me in overtime, it doesn't make sense to work 1 job. Mm-hmm. So I work 3 so that way they take less taxes from me.
He's still speaking in there. Why?
Okay, I guess his excuse was he's got to go to work tomorrow. All right.
Why'd you leave?
Because I have to get home before dark.
It did. It just.
They want to beat the traffic, folks. That's what it boils down to. They're not actually there to see Donald Trump, like I tell you guys over and over again. They're there because they're the dregs of humanity, and they're lonely, and they want to belong to something, and so they go hang out with the other bottom feeders, the other trash goblins, and they suck each other's dick, and they show off the latest Trump merchandise. But it's not really about the cult leader. It's about the camaraderie.
Right.
Oh.
We've been waiting a while.
We've been waiting for a little while, and
Okay.
And there's no chair, so my feet are killing me.
I have a medical condition, so I can't stand there.
Medical condition.
Yeah.
He's talking. He just got up there. We're like, we've seen him. Now we're good.
That's exactly what it's about, folks. We've seen him. He's just going to say the same shit he always fucking says. We don't actually come for him. We come for the carnival goddamn atmosphere. That's what it's all about. They're like Grateful Dead groupies traveling the country just to have somebody they can hang out with. Just the saddest people, folks. And apparently there is a new report that just came out. I guess Jack Smith filed some new papers in court, unsealed new documents Here's a short clip from Fox News about it.
On a busy news day, and we're trying to get to the bottom of it. Prosecutors right now are offering a redacted version of Special Counsel Jack Smith's filing. That had to be made public today. It was in this newly unsealed court paper. We're learning that former President Trump resorted to crimes in a bid to cling to power after the 2020 election. We don't know much more than that. A lot of this stuff was going to be coming out anyway. We're going to be getting the latest on that and a legal to look at what is being revealed here. And whether it's giving us any information on anything we don't know. The timing of this, of course, a little more than about 5 weeks before the general election. We're on top of that, give you the latest on this. In the meantime, then there's this.
Yeah, new indictment for Trump. And apparently, according to the papers, colleague at the TCF Center told Plaintiff 5, we think a batch of votes heavily in Biden's favor is right. Plaintiff 5 responded, find a reason it isn't. Give me options to file litigation. And even if it is, when the colleague suggested that there was about to be unrest reminiscent of Brooks Brothers riots, a violent effort to stop the vote count in Florida after 2000 presidential election, Plaintiff 5 responded, make them riot. Do it. And Plaintiff 5 has to be Donald Trump, folks. So if they have direct evidence that Donald Trump said make them riot, it's going to have no effect on anybody whatsoever because this is America. They don't give a shit. I don't even know why they're even bothering, but it'll be interesting, I guess, to see who's dimed on Trump. Man, I hope they have him on recording or something, but even if they did, it wouldn't matter. So I don't know. I just don't have any faith in the system whatsoever. And then, of course, he's like, I didn't rig the 2020 election. They did. Yeah. J.D. Vance going to tell us that it's the media that's obsessed with the rigging of the 2020 election. This was just today. Again, it's like every other fucking word out of his mouth, but J.D. Vance going to gaslight us and tell us he's not answering the question because it's the media obsessed with this lie. And that it's also frustrating to watch people get invited to CNN just to lie their fucking ass off. Here, Representative Brian Donalds, who is in Congress, getting on CNN and lying that crime is up. And then the woman who invited him on there actually gets called out by another panelist, which she should have.
You have to acknowledge the reality going on in every city in America.
Not answering the question. Not answering the question.
That is answering the question. Because the reality in America, hold on, Keith, the reality in America is that crime is massively up.
It's not. It's massively fucking down. Why are they allowing these people to come on CNN and lie? Even if you fact check them and correct them, you shouldn't allow these motherfuckers who you already know are going to lie to use your fucking platform to lie, CNN.
Crime is not massively up. That's a lie.
You can bang the table all you want,
You're
but
lying,
that's not true,
Congressman. You're lying.
We already know that there are
the FBI just released data this week that crime is going down.
We already know that.
Oh my God! Abby, why do you let this man lie on your national?
Yeah, why? Why are you letting this motherfucker on your show to lie? She said, let me tell. No, bitch. It's your responsibility as a journalist not to have motherfuckers on your goddamn platform you know are going to lie and misinform people. But you do it fucking anyway because you don't actually give a shit about our democracy. You don't give a fucking shit about this country. All you give a shit about is the millions of dollars they're paying you and your fucking ratings.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you the exact truth.
Not right.
You may not.
You're a liar,
you may not.
Congressman.
No, I'm
You're
not.
lying.
Because you're lying to the American people now.
And
so I want to be respectful of what you're trying to say.
Hang on a second.
Go
If
ahead.
you would just let me talk, I will explain exactly what you want me to explain. We have the data. The FBI literally put out data today showing that crime is down this year for the first 6 months of the year. But look at the trend line. Okay, crime is down in all these different categories. And then there is a trend line that shows that crime is going down.
You have to acknowledge.
Don't let these motherfuckers on your show. Don't let them use your airways to spread fucking lies, CNN. And then he is going to lie, even though we have the fucking video. Going to lie anyway.
So according to those gentlemen there, saying that Trump is a threat to democracy is violent rhetoric, but Trump saying, let's just have one really violent day. That is not violent rhetoric?
No, he didn't say one violent day.
He absolutely said that. He said one violent hour, and then later on he said one violent day.
Hey, that's not even what he said. But let's be honest about what he actually said.
Can we
play it again.
Trump
again? Play it again because he didn't even say that. But go ahead.
Can we play it again?
The shitty part is they're about to play this clip, but they didn't even play the clip where he says one rough day. Context, in this video, they play a clip of Trump saying one rough hour only. But a fuller clip shows that Trump does, in fact, say one really violent day. So CNN, completely fucking feckless.
I want to hear it.
All these stores go out of business, right? They don't pay rent. Then the city doesn't have it's a chain of events that's so bad. One rough hour, and I mean real rough, the word will get out and it will end immediately. End immediately.
How is that not violent rhetoric?
We have to acknowledge the reality going on in every city in America.
Not answering the question.
Crime is
Not answering the question.
That is answering the question. Because the reality in America, hold on, Keith, the reality in America is that crime is massively up.
So there he goes on the lie. But yeah, get your purge mask ready. I'm ready for the fucking purge. But unfortunately, in Donald Trump's purge, it's only the police that have the right to purge. They have the right to kill us all, but we don't have the right to fight back. It's not like we're Israel. We don't have the right to defend ourselves. And then a clip of J.D. Vance was revealed again. This time where he's calling rape an inconvenience.
Should a woman be forced to carry a child to term after she has been the victim of incest or rape?
Look, my view on this has been very clear, and I think the question betrays a certain presumption that's wrong. It's not whether a woman should be forced to bring a child to term, it's whether a child should be allowed to live, even though the circumstances of that child's birth are somehow inconvenient or a problem to the society.
It's inconvenient. Your rape is just inconvenient. Oh, my God. So what he's saying here, folks, he wants to force you to have your rapist baby, which is so terrifying. Because we know that there are people out there who will want to have a baby with a woman so bad that if they have to risk doing jail for a couple years, they will do it. If you're going to force this woman to have my baby if I rape her, bingo. Hey, because of evolution, the entire reason we are on this planet is to spread our genetics to the next generation, to have offspring. And you want to spread your genetics to the fittest female you can, right? To make sure your child has the best chances of success to live and also spread your genes to the next generation. So absolutely, as an evolutionary strategy, rape has always been very effective at spreading genes around. It's only when modern society has outlawed it, because we know how awful it fucking is, that practice has stopped. They want to bring that shit back, folks. And you're telling me it ain't going to happen? It is going to happen. Women, a man out there decides you look good, and he wants to mix his genes with yours and have a baby with you, he can force you to. You are a slave. You have no fucking choice. That is the future Shady Vance wants from you. Terrifying. It's inhuman is what it is. And then they got a Trump campaign manager on there. Asked him directly, did Trump lose the presidency? Won't answer the question, folks. The slimiest motherfuckers on the planet.
Yeah, Corey, why is this so difficult for the Trump campaign to answer? I mean, it's 2024. Did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election? Can you answer that?
Jim, I think it's very simple. The American people have passed the 2020 election. They're focused.
Donald Trump literally just talked about it today. He talks about it every goddamn day. So he's allowed to constantly talk about it. But then we ask him a question, why are you guys talking about it? It's just so fucking frustrating.
On an election which is just under 5 weeks away. And what we have an opportunity to do now is to talk about two different visions for America. And what J.D. Vance laid out last night is a very different vision than what Tim Walz and Kamala Harris want to say. So, look, we can go back and relitigate the 2020 election, or we can look at what we can do to make America better for the everyday Americans who are struggling.
Stay on his ass. I hate these goddamn journalists. Every single journalist on television should be fucking fired. If the person won't answer your question, cut off their mic, ask it again, turn the mic on long enough to hear their answer. If they don't immediately answer the question, turn it off again, ask the fucking question again until they answer it. And if they don't answer, don't let them fucking say another goddamn word. That's how you fucking do it. Dereliction of duty across our mass media. That's why Trump is a coin flip.
Under Bidenomics, they're struggling under.
It's not relitigating. It's just a simple question. Did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election? I mean, that's an easy
Jim, why are we talking about 2020 anymore? Does the American people care about the 2020 election?
Literally, Trump just talked about it today.
anymore? Or do they care about being able to put food on their table, gas in their car, home
I think
heating
one
oil
reason
in
why
their...
it's coming up, Corey, is because the former president has said on the campaign trail repeatedly that there was all this widespread fraud in 2020. That was not the case. And he's also teeing up the same kinds of challenges after this election. It hasn't even happened yet. So
Purge! Purge! Fuck this goddamn country. Let the purge begin. You guys got your purge mask yet? Be prepared. And then, like I said, conservatives feel morally obligated to lie. Here's a Chaya rat bitch who is an employee of Elon Musk. Responding to Hakeem Jeffries, who said, "We will not be intimidated by MAGA extremists who threaten the American people with violence." Enough! To which she posts this picture and responds, "We will not be intimidated by leftist extremists who threaten our nominee with violence." Enough. 41,000 likes. Of course, you already know both these people are Republicans. This guy registered as Republican. This guy, a whole family of fucking Republicans. Both of them conservatives. It does not matter, folks. The truth has no effect on this election, it seems. And then Elon Musk is desperate, folks. He's so scared he might have to pay an extra dime in taxes. He's like, Trump Vance must win. I can't handle 4 years of seeing and hearing Kamala Walls. That would be cruel and unusual punishment. That's exactly how I feel about Trump. I'm not going to do this because I don't have any other skills and I can't afford to, but consider retiring if Trump wins, just so I don't have to cover this motherfucker anymore. 7 years of hearing this man's voice is enough. 7 years of this insanity is a fucking enough. God damn it. When will this fucking nightmare be over? And then, of course, not surprisingly, he's gone full fucking Nazi. So remember this douchebag who did a video bragging about going and giving homeless people fake $100 bills just to fuck with them? Anyway, he's like, white people are not allowed to have their own homelands. Strange, isn't it? Yeah, that's white nationalism. That's a white ethno-state. That is white supremacy 101. To which Elon Musk immediately responds to signal boost it to make sure lots of other people see it. I think it's great that America is so diverse. No, he doesn't. But if this does seem asymmetric, yeah, why? Why don't white people have their own homeland? First off, it's bad when anybody has their own homeland that doesn't allow anybody else in. Japan is like this, right? I'm not for that fucking either. Israel like that. I'm definitely not for that. All countries should be fucking diverse. No country should be an ethno state. Bad when any fucking body does it, Elon Musk. And this is how frustrating it is, folks. Musk secretly gave millions to anti-immigrant group. If you're a conservative, there's endless amount of money for you. If you want to make money, just pick any conservative cause and jump in head first and just bathe in money. Just backstroke and go like Scrooge McDuck. Man. And then another bad week for RFK Jr., folks. Prepare to be shocked. Apparently, 3 more women came out and claimed they had recent affairs with RFK Jr. Who are these women fucking this guy? He looks like a catcher's mitt that's been left out in the sun for a few years. Is RFK Jr. sexy? Is it that sexy-ass voice he has? What the fuck? I guess they just fuck anything. That's something I can think of because it's crazy. But yeah, at least 3 women are claiming to have had romantic relationships with RFK Jr. in just the last year as he pursued a long shot bid for the presidency. What the fuck? Oh, man. He still horny as fuck to be as old as he is. Maybe it's Viagra or whatever, but good God, that guy's got a libido on him. And then it was revealed that Cheryl Hines might divorce RFK Jr., but it's not because he cheats on her constantly. No, she's fine with that. She claims that she doesn't like the fact that he's a Trump supporter now, so she might dump him over the Trump supporter thing because she doesn't want to hang out with MAGA chuds all the time, which she's going to have to fucking do. So, you're an idiot, Cheryl! Larry should have left you a long time ago. Meanwhile, looking real bad for the Mark Robinson campaign. Dookie shoot Mark Robinson craters a new polls. Apparently he is 17 points behind now, folks, and good. It's still too close. I'm really hoping this sinks Donald Trump's chances in North Carolina. A lot of people who were excited to go vote for Mark Robinson would have voted for Donald Trump, too, while they were there, and now much less of them are excited to vote for him. So hopefully that knocks off a few percentage points from Donald Trump and helps him to lose. We'll see what the fuck happens. Then it was reported, I don't even get this one. Media Matters is considering buying InfoWars. So Media Matters is like this left-wing organization that always clips out videos of crazy things right-wingers say in order to keep them honest and put the spotlight on them. But what good would them buying InfoWars actually do? I don't even understand why they're selling InfoWars. InfoWars is worthless. The only thing that has value is Alex Jones and his brand. Alex Jones could just go start something else called, anything else. InfoWars 2. It doesn't fucking matter. There is no value in the name InfoWars. It's not like Media Matter is going to show up on the InfoWars website and have videos making fun of right-wingers and all of Alex Jones's former fan base is going to watch it. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Why? Maybe somebody can explain that to me. The equipment? There can't be that much equipment there. Cameras aren't even that expensive. A studio's not that expensive. I mean, I don't get it. They could just buy cameras anywhere. They could probably buy cameras off eBay cheaper than they could buy Alex Jones' own equipment. They could probably rent a studio cheaper than they could buy his shit. So what's the fucking point in that? Tax write-off for charity? I don't know. Seems stupid to me. I doubt they're actually going to do it. Waste of money. And then prepare yourself for a deer frozen in the headlights look from congressional debater. Republican candidate refuses to answer. Does that mean you're pro-choice? This lady about to break this dude's brain live on television.
We did get a question specifically for you, Mark, from a listener named Sam in Perkinsville on this topic. Sam wrote, and I'm quoting here, I am an independent/unaffiliated voter. I recently received a text from your campaign stating in part, Mark will protect our individual freedoms. Does that mean you are pro-choice?
How would that, Sam, how would that question pertain to pro-choice?
Was a protection of individual freedoms. I think Sam was wondering if you could clarify if those individual freedoms extend to access to abortion.
It's already been codified into the Constitution in Vermont. Non-issue. If you want to apply it only to that one topic, individual freedoms.
Are you willing to answer Sam's question on whether or not you are pro-choice?
You twisted the question and made it your question.
No, it says, does that mean you are pro-choice? That was his question. Okay, I'm gonna move on since you don't want to answer that question. So I'm gonna pass it to Congresswoman Balint now.
Hamster just died on the little wheel in his brain. Beautiful, yep. Spitting, nothing loading. Somebody said that they're going to get email list. Why would you want Alex Jones' email list? It's not like anything you send the Alex Jones fan base from Media Matters is going to affect them or they're going to care for. It's not an email list that's very valuable to what they do. And that, folks, I know you already know this, but Rob Schneider is a giant fucking piece of shit. Remember former Saturday Night Live? Making the copies, the copy guy. Rob Schneider. Anyway, they always have to prove how bottom of the barrel they are. Here he is taking Dikembe Mutombo. That's how you pronounce that, by the way. Dikembe Mutombo. Nailed it. Taking his death and using it to spread anti-vax nonsense. Reposted Dikembe Mutombo this holiday season. Stay informed, trusted sources like WHO, and get vaccinated. Now, Dikembe died of a brain tumor. Had nothing to do with the vaccine whatsoever. If you get a brain tumor, you fucking die. That's the way that shit works. But of course, Rob Schneider taking it upon himself to insinuate that possibly Dikembe died of the vaccine. So he says, rest in peace. I'm sure this is just another coincidence. But I took a pass on the jab, and I'm going to not let anyone I know and who will listen get it either. Just a fucking piece of shit. Imagine using somebody else's death to post nonsense, to spread harmful misinformation that's going to make people sick. Just slime bags. That's all conservative is, man. 100% garbage. And then big shout out to the heroes who decided to pull out of the Florida Music Festival because they scheduled Kyle Rittenhouse to be a special guest. And why are they having Kyle Rittenhouse to be a special guest at music festivals? I mean, I know it's in Florida, but is that a good special guest? That's just crazy. Metalcore band Evergreen Terrace announced on Saturday that they would be withdrawing from an upcoming Orlando, Florida music festival following the announcement that Kyle Rittenhouse would be in attendance. Just so stupid that they made this guy a hero. I mean, if you want to say, hey, he's not guilty, he should be put in jail, okay, fine. He found a loophole. But to put like this murderer is a goddamn hero, he's just the craziest fucking shit. So, good on you, bands, for pulling out of that stupid fucking bullshit. And then I covered this in my fake AI podcast. You guys hear about this guy who attacked a mail carrier because she was delivering flyers for Kamala Harris? Russell Valou, 61, is accused of attacking a U.S. Postal Service mail carrier on Thursday. Farmington Hill Police said in a statement, police have responded to an emergency call from the area. Officers spoke with the mail carrier who reported that an intoxicated male approached her delivery vehicle because he was upset that she delivered political campaign ads for Vice President Kamala Harris. The agitated suspect was shouting racist, sexual, and derogatory remarks about both the vice president and the mail carrier. Valet allegedly produced a knife and lunged at the mail carrier, who then, in fear for her life, pulled out her Postal Service issued pepper spray and unloaded it into the accused attacker's face. So good for you. But just so dangerous. I dare you say something I don't want you to say, or do your job in a way I don't think you should be doing it. Violent psychopaths. That's what conservatism has become. And then last but not least, folks, this is what I've been talking about. Harris-Trump deadlocked in every battleground state poll show. My last program, I showed you guys an article from Newsweek that was talking about a poll that showed Donald Trump ahead in like 5 out of the 7 swing states. And somebody on my messages was like, Dusty, you got to be more knowledgeable about how polls work. That's a Newsweek poll. You can't just Newsweek poll, even though it wasn't a Newsweek poll. It was a poll from one of the most trusted pollsters in the world. It was just a Newsweek article reporting on the poll. So yes, it is a coin flip. I know you guys don't want to believe it, a lot of you. I know you want to lie to yourself, but you need to prepare yourself. Because it absolutely could happen, folks. 50-50 chance the orange goof gets back into office. I wish I could lie to you, but I won't do that because I respect you too much. Got my fingers crossed, though, folks. And that is my show watch for this week. She's ahead by 6 points in Pennsylvania. Hell yeah! She's ahead in a couple of the swing states, and she's behind other swing states. So we'll see. According to that Newsweek article, though, Trump is ahead in 5 swing states, and if he wins all 5 of those swing states, he wins the presidency. So he is still the odds-on favorite to be president. I know you guys don't want to believe it. That's fine. It's all good. I just don't want you guys to be too despondent and too disappointed if Trump actually does fucking win. I'm not saying he's going to, but it's definitely a possibility. By gold. And all right, folks, hey, I have a Patreon site. Shut up, Dusty. It's patreon.com/Cockcast. And if you click on the More button in the description of this video, here you go. Good example. Boom, right there. You will see a bunch of links. The first one is to my Patreon. Could you please find it in your heart to click on it and become a member? There's a button right there. Click it. So I don't make any money off ads on the show. I only make money off the user support. So Patreon and the super chats. And I got to say, folks, like I don't want to beg too much, but it is really expensive to run an animal sanctuary. It's a couple $100 a month just for flea medications, flea shampoos, flea collars, not to mention all the food and everything. Luckily, like I drive a 30-year-old truck and I don't buy anything for myself, so I'm fine. But if you could find in your heart to become a patron, chip in a couple $dollars to help keep the show alive, I would love you for it. And also, you'll feel great, and you'll get tickets to the after party. All good things will happen to you. So please, become a patron. Thank you for your time. And all right, let's read the super chat. Super chatty chat. What we got tonight. Starting us off, Roland B. What up, Roland? 666. Hail Satan. Hi from Germany. Hi, Roland. How's it going tonight? I just want to say I hate how important and close this election is for all outside the USA. Trump can still win. How is this real? Because we're a garbage country of complete fucking morons. Self-absorbed, lazy, ignorant, fat, drug-addled idiots. Thank you, Roland. And Rebecca, what up, Rebecca? Hope you're doing great. Happy birthday, Rebecca. Happy birthday, dear Rebecca. Happy birthday to you. Here on the show, Rebecca. Everybody give a letter, Rebecca. Thank you, Dusty, for another great show and bringing together a fantastic community. Catch you up tomorrow. Hell yeah. I'll see you tomorrow, Rebecca. Have a good one. Jason Ashby gave 1 ticket. Love you, Jason. Appreciate you. BBC 66, Hell Satan. Here's some kitty cash. I'm going to take it. I'm petting this boy specifically for you right now. That's some BBC pets for you there, Mr. Pretty Boy. Megan Barcelona 66, Hell Satan. Bro Bitch Club strikes my new Spuda friend and I already. Hell yeah. You guys prepared for Halloween? You guys gonna do anything cool? This is my Halloween costume. Hell yeah, purge, motherfucker. Wah! And I'm sorry, I'm crazy. Pretty Boy look at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And another ticket from Jason Ashby. If you got it, show up after party night and give Jason all your love. Jupe on the front row. In the front row with popcorn. I get to see you close up. Hell yeah, 66. Hell Satan. Love you, Jupe. Fred Ricks, $20. She will get 400 plus electoral votes. Mark it. Oh, man. That's the kind of hopium I need. I hope you're right, Fred. But it could go either way at this point. There's still plenty of ball to be played left. There's still 5 weeks, so maybe she'll do better than she's doing, hopefully. But it's ridiculously too close. Thank you, Fred. And whoa, Swagger Cat, $50. I'm going to read you so sexy, my deep voice. The pharaohs send a tribute to Sayos from being consumed. Don't eat the kitties. And they send their regards. Hell yeah, scritches to all the pharaohs there, Swaggering Cat. I hope you guys are doing cool tonight and super sexy. What? All right. Thank you, Swaggering Cat. Everybody loved a Swaggering Cat. Appreciate it. And Coach J, woo-woo, gets my toot. Always get all my toots, Cole James. Love you, Cole. You rock. Thank you. And Agent Orange, another hero of the show. Keep the dirt coming, Jack. I want to know exactly what the investigation found and what the Orange Goof said behind closed doors. Yep. Gonna be interesting. I wish they'd have all this stuff out before the election, but I know they won't. They'll just bury it anyway. Trump will probably get elected, and then none of this is going to amount to anything. But maybe Kamala win, and they'll lock that motherfucker up. A boy can dream. And thank you, Agent. Fred Ricks, when the VP wins, please start a new section for Extreme Chud Tears. Oh, you know I'm gonna. We gonna revel. We gonna party like it's 1999. Gonna be a great day if that fucking happens, believe me. And Django Fett gave me another ticket. Hell yeah, thank you, Django. You rock. Love you, buddy. Hero shit. Django Fett. And Coach A, woo-woo, another hoot, another toot for Coach A's. Fuck yeah. And last but not least, Fatal Paradox, $10. I wasn't allowed Wednesday to celebrate Halloween as a kid. Oh, I wasn't allowed to win. I guess it's not. To celebrate Halloween as a kid, I had to go to Hallelujah Night. Oh, man, I had to go to the Harvest Festival at church instead, and it was the most boring shit ever. They made a fake hell in the church of scares. Yeah, we used to bob for fucking apples, which is the most disgusting thing you could possibly do. Let's just open my mouth and stick it down a bucket of fucking water and just slobber all the fuck in it. And then who's going after me? Every sick motherfucker with snotty noses down in there. You get all that in your mouth. Fucking church. It's disgusting. And one more. Idiocracy was a documentary. Who knew? Yeah, goddammit. Funny movie, but I did not want that shit to come true. Fuck off, Mike Judge. And all right, folks, hey, thank you, everybody donated tonight. And you still have plenty of time to donate if you want to. Going to read all the rest of the super chats at the end of the show. So get them in early, get them in often, and immortalize yourself on the world's greatest show. But for now, let's move it on. It's time for Trash World. First up, on Trash World. Did you guys hear about all the people that died during the hurricane? This is one of the saddest stories to come out of it. Workers at Tennessee factory claim they were not allowed to leave as floodwaters rose. Apparently their boss made them go into work even though it was flooding. told them they'd be fired if they left. And then by the time they were allowed to leave, a bunch of them died. Yeah, crazy story. Here's a guy that was there to tell you about it.
6 from impact plastics. We lost 6 people. And that was all on first shift. Why'd you make us work that day? Why? We shouldn't have worked. We shouldn't have been there. None of us should have been there. Why did you make us work when you knew you were taking a statement, you were monitoring it? Why'd you make us stay and work? It broke my heart to see that they died and that they didn't make it. All because of greed, I think. They shouldn't have ever made us go into work that day. And it breaks my heart for them people that we lost. They were good, every one of them were good people. I said, can we leave? And the woman said, no, not until I speak with Jerry. About 10 minutes later, she came back and said, y'all can leave. We have one way in, one way out. And when they told us we could leave, the one way out was blocked off. We didn't know what to do. We were in panic mode. So the water was coming up, and then we did what we had to survive.
Yeah, somebody's about to go fucking bankrupt. This dude gonna get sued out of his ass. And it's this guy, Gerald O'Connor, owner of Impact Plastics, who let 6 employees die due to flooding in Hurricane Helene by telling them they'd be fired if they didn't show up that day. Yeah, greed. Your life is over, dude. You might as well go towards the light. Fucking sack of shit. Then you guys hear about the cops who were protecting the supermarkets while people were outside starving? Yeah, this happened apparently. People were lined up. It was flooded. They had no fucking food, and the cops stood in front. And as they looked through and they saw food and stuff in there, they were told to go away. There was nothing inside. Trying to starve the desperate people. Anybody with a conscience would have broken the fucking doors down and started passing out the fucking food. Fuck those corporations. But cops are not there to help you. They're not there to protect you. They're there to protect the property of their rich owners. And this has got to make me feel bad in this goddamn trash world. So this trans woman just out here doing her job, minding her own business, right? She ain't hurt nobody. But she dares to exist in public. So Elon Musk employee, Chaya Ratbitch from Lives of TikTok, has to get a picture of her and publicly shame her for nothing. Literally publicly shaming her for existing. Greet her for kids at the Children's Museum of Manhattan. Imagine walking in with your kids and seeing this. What would you do? I would just pay the money and go by my... What are we talking about what I do? Nothing. Because I'm a fucking adult. This has no effect on my life. But of course, it's all about bullying. They long to be the bad guys from 80s movies for some reason. And she saw it. I know it made her feel bad because they're all making fun of her for no fucking reason. And she said, damn, what a horrible photo of me. I also don't give a fuck what people got to say about me. Haters going to hate, but I'm still going to live my life authentically, and y'all can stay mad. This makes me want to cry because I know she saw this, and I'm really pathetic. So when I think about somebody getting their feelings hurt for no reason when they didn't fucking do anything, it upsets me. And I know she probably cried about this. She played it tough and everything, but I know she probably got her feelings hurt because they're all making fun of her for no fucking reason. Can you imagine being this fucking cruel, being this heartless, just attacking somebody for no fucking reason that didn't even do anything, hasn't hurt you, hasn't hurt anybody, just living their fucking life, and you gotta make them feel like fucking shit and tear them down because you feel better about yourself. Because you feel low about yourself. And the only way you can make yourself feel better is if you attack somebody else and tear them down. That's how fucking pathetic you guys are. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry you had to go through that, Soria. Such a shitty fucking world. And then apparently a bunch of dock workers are going on strike, which should help Donald Trump because it's going to make the price of shit go up. But obviously I'm for striking dock workers. I'm for unions. But in my opinion, sort of, like, this is the wrong battle. What everybody should be striking for is universal basic income. Because like it or not, all these people's jobs, they're going away. All these dock workers' jobs, they're not going to exist much longer. All of this is going to be replaced by AI and automation. In fact, 80% of the jobs are going to be replaced by AI in the next few years. We have to have something else beyond this to support our society. As I showed you guys in the last show, this is what they're doing over in China, where they just have employees that are running all their docks for remote locations. And this is the future, folks. Eventually, these people will lose their jobs too. These people's jobs are not long for this earth. All of this will be done automatically with AI. No humans will need to be involved in any of this. We need to understand what the future has in store for us and prepare right now before it's too fucking late. We should all be banding together for some universal basic income, in my opinion. And meanwhile, over in Russia, Putin has granted immunity to criminals who join the army. Oh my. Yeah, let's make our country more like Russia, shall we? Isn't this inviting people to commit crimes, though? I mean, what if you were just going to join the army anyway? Then you can just commit a crime before you do it and get away with it. But I guess they're going to send all these people over to die. Better you than fucking me. But yeah, apparently 60,000 accused persons, 40% are expected to be recruited. Also, isn't this an excuse for just the cops to bust you for anything, to make up shit about you in order to have more people for the meat grinder? All this seems bad to me. I don't know, but I wish a bunch of Republicans would hurt him go the fuck over there. I wish Alex Jones would take his fat ass over there. And then in this trash world, you see this article about these guys who assaulted California restaurant staff because they put up a pride flag. Such a garbage goddamn country.
A Blaze Pizza employee was actually released from the hospital this morning as a result of this brawl after he was treated for a concussion and head trauma. But in this video we're about to show you, you'll see a man walk into Blaze Pizza, then he and two others will approach some of the employees there, and then fists fly. But Roseville PD says it all started with a pride flag. In a Roseville Blaze Pizza Thursday night where families were having dinner, a massive brawl breaking out all over a pride flag.
Holy who in the right mind does that?
Roseville police say around 10:15 a food delivery driver walked into the restaurant, noticed the pride flag near the register, grabbed it, and threw it to the ground. When Blaze employees confronted the man, he used homophobic slurs and left the restaurant.
Especially in the store.
Dude brought friends back and they had MMA gloves on to start a fight over a goddamn pride flag, y'all.
I don't know. It's not right.
Moments later, the man walked back into Blaze Pizza, this time with two others. They appear to approach the register area again and confront the employees. Then a brawl breaks out. Some customers screaming in fear as they run out the exit.
People that work in here that are just trying to make a living, unfortunately, they have to interact with that. And then people that are offended as people, in the establishment, people, employees, people visiting this place.
The fight sending one Blaze Pizza employee to the hospital with facial injuries. Roseville police calling this a hate incident and asking anyone with information about what happened to come forward.
I think nowadays you're supposed to love everybody, and people coming in and do that, it's not right. And then
imagine being this fucking insecure, where you got to start fights over a fucking pride flag. And also, I don't understand why people don't carry knives. Everybody should be carrying a fucking knife. I don't understand why anybody gets in a fist fight. I have never been in a fist fight in my entire adult life because I will stab you, and everybody knows I will stab you. I just don't fucking get it. So, look, I'm going to show you guys my knife again if you've never seen this. So it has an Emerson switch. Everybody should carry one of these. So what an Emerson switch does is, when you pull it out of your pocket, it automatically opens the knife. It is the quickest protection device you can possibly get. So it has my knife here has a little ring finger hook. So all you do is you put your ring finger into the hook and you pull it. And it automatically opens up in your hand. So if somebody walks up to you like they're going to punch you, you just immediately pull this out and show it to them. There is a penalty for putting your fucking hands on me, motherfucker. And they're not going to punch you. I promise you, I've done it. And they didn't punch me. All you do is this. You need to back the fuck up immediately. Immediately back the fuck up away from me. And you know what happens? They immediately back the fuck up from you. So everybody should get one of these. $20, Amazon. Just saying, no reason to fist fight anymore. What did I say? I said Emerson switch. I was close enough. Don't fucking fact check me. Too small. What the fuck? It don't have to be big. It ain't the length. It ain't the size. That's how many times you make it rise. I think that's for your dick, though, to be honest. But anyway, That's not a knife. That's a knife. Yeah, you got me fucking Crocodile Dundee up in this bitch. You just got to show somebody some shit. There's a penalty for putting your hands on me. When somebody invades my personal space, I get all stabby. All right? Don't do it. And what else we got on the trash world? Oh, no! John Amos dead. Some of these celebrities dying this week. Remember this guy? He was on Good Times. Ain't we lucky we got him? Good Times. Dynamite! But it was their dad. And I thought he died like in the 80s, though, to be honest with you, because he died on the show. And I thought he was dead in real life because they killed his character on the show. And I was like, why would they kill the character on the show if he's not dead in real life? But apparently he wasn't dead in real life. He was alive. He was on Beastmaster, too. Remember Beastmaster? That was on, like, TBS every 5 seconds when we were kids. That was awesome, Beastmaster. Anyway, rest in peace, John. And also, like, I don't know if this picture is true, but I want to believe it's true. Therefore, I do. That's how that works. So this was on Reddit. This lady says, rip to a legend, John Amos. Remember, I put this pussy on you so good. This day you could barely move. And I believe it. And damn, you lucky John Amos. No wonder you died. She broke that shit. Nice. And speaking of a trash planet, folks, man, this next one gets to me. Been doing YouTube for 17 fucking years. Been working on this podcast for 7 years now. Blood, sweat, and tears, working my fucking ass off, making minimum wage, but I put so many hours into it. I've honed my craft to put on perhaps the finest one-man show in the history of mankind. Can barely get anybody to watch. This girl told a blowjob joke, a bad blowjob joke. She now has the third largest podcast in the world. What the fuck? Talk To It is the third most popular podcast in the U.S. behind Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson. This world is meaningless. Hard not to get despondent. Nothing matters. Nothing you do matters. There's no meritocracy. Just luck and fucking ignorance. And apparently, looking bad for P. Diddy. 120 additional sexual abuse allegations have been filed against P. Diddy, with 25 of them being minors at the time. What? 25 minors? The lawyer working with individuals says one of the clients was 9. Oh my God, they gonna execute this motherfucker. Holy shit. I think P. Diddy in trouble, y'all. And apparently there is some celebrity they have not named yet, but they're going to name that's going to shock everybody. Who you guys think it is?
But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. These are individual cases. There are indeed other perpetrators involved. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They already know who they are. And I'm talking here about not just the cowardly but complicit bystanders. That is, those people that we know watched this behavior occur and did nothing. And I'm talking about the people that participated, encouraged it, egged it on. They know who they are.
Holy shit, man. Some celebrities might be in trouble, y'all. What celebrity did we know that likes young ladies? I can't think of any. Leonardo DiCaprio! Remember that jokes about how you won't date anybody over 24? Uh-oh. He was good friends with P. Diddy. I don't know nothing, y'all, but I'm afraid for him. And all right, that is my trash world for tonight. Garbage planet as always. Richard Jewell, isn't that the guy that found the bomb during the I don't know, was the Olympics or whatever? Matt Gaetz, I doubt Matt Gaetz was hanging out with P. Diddy. Drake, maybe. Did Drake hang out with P. Diddy? I don't know. Jay-Z, the Jay-Z's, I don't know anything about P. Diddy. I've always hated fucking P. Diddy. Adam Sandler, don't know. I have no clue. I know he used to hang out with Justin Bieber, but I think Justin Bieber is like a victim in all this. All right, fuck Drake. Lock his ass up. One thing I know about Drake is he's not like us. That's what I hear anyway. That's the word around the hood. Did he put GHB in a baby oil and it wasn't traceable? That works? What? What, does it absorb through your skin or something? That's some crazy shit. Atlanta Bomb God, that's what I was thinking. I saw a movie about him. Beyonce? Oh, fuck Beyonce. I can't stand that bitch. I'm depressed. I should talk to a therapist about that thing. Spit on it first. And all right, we're along, folks. Plenty of show to go still, but you should still get your super chats in, because why wouldn't you? We're already 9:30, and goddamn it, I still got religious bullshit, free Palestine, and beyond parody, and one hero. Good lordy. It's an embarrassment of riches for you motherfuckers. You better reward me for it. But for now, it's time for some religious bullshit. Yeah, fuck Kevin Hart, LeBron James, his tall ass. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Kevin Hart's tiny midget ass. I'm sorry, dwarf. Little person. What is it? And first up, other night's religious bullshit. That's why I tell you guys all the time about how billionaires are proof that meritocracy is bullshit. So this is Peter Thiel. Super rich billionaire Peter Thiel. He is the evil mastermind, the bankroll behind J.D. Vance. He's like the right's version of George Soros. Cannot form a goddamn sentence, much like Elon Musk. Porky Pig in his way through every goddamn interview he does. It's crazy how non-eloquent these rich motherfuckers are. Anyway, apparently he's worried about the Antichrist or some shit. I could barely make my way through this stuttering nonsense.
You know, I should not need to remind you that in the in the sort of quasi-mythological New Testament account, the slogan of the Antichrist is peace and safety. And that there is, you know, we're told that there's nothing worse than Armageddon. But perhaps there is. Perhaps we should fear the Antichrist. Perhaps we should fear the one world totalitarian state more than Armageddon.
Doesn't Donald Trump continuously talk about peace and safety? Isn't he the law and order candidate? Doesn't the Antichrist make you wear his name and number on your forehead? It's Trump, motherfucker! Wake up and smell the Antichrist, Peter Thiel! Anyway, god damn it. Can't form a fucking sentence. It's crazy. Getting rich is all about luck and being born fucking rich, y'all. And then before I play this clip, I just want to apologize because I'm sorry.
This puppet show stays on because of you. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back.
Woo! That sucked. Oh my God. Why, Trump supporters? I know you're trying to just do something fun with your mom that you think is cool, but that is the opposite of cool. It's the anti-cool. It's the black hole of cool. Something cool walks in the room, it sucks all the cool off of it. And what do I live, folks?
People say that how can God create so many gays if he condemns homosexuality? There's a false presupposition there. And it's that God created you the way that you were born.
Yeah, God didn't create you the way you were born. He didn't? I thought God created everything, though. I thought God knew everything that was going to happen before it happened. Back at the beginning of the universe, he already knew every word you would ever speak, every hair on your head, everything that would ever happen. That's what omniscience is. So how could God create you, but not create you the way you're born?
That's not true. You and I, we were born selfish. We were born.
Yeah, that's the way God created us, right? If God created us, then he created us born selfish, right?
Born with a desire to sleep outside of marriage, not to forgive.
I mean, we are horny as fuck. We want to spread our genes on. That's true.
We were born with a desire to rebel.
That's
God
true.
didn't create us like that.
He literally did. If God is all-knowing and he created us, how did he not create us like that?
God created you and I with a free will, and God expects us.
Okay, no, he didn't. So if God created us and he already knew everything that was going to happen before it happened, we don't have free will. Let me put it like this. All right, say you made a robot, all right? But before you made that robot, you already knew every single thing that robot would ever do in its lifespan. You knew every word, every sound it would utter, every move it would make, everything it would do. You created it. You knew everything it would do before you created it. Does that robot have free will? Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Just like we wouldn't. If God knew everything we were going to do before we did it, that eliminates the possibility of free will, you goddamn idiot.
To exercise that free will to decide, am I going to give into my sinful desires?
Yes, I
or
am.
am I going to choose him?
No, I'm not.
Can you imagine if you were born with, a high testosterone level?
I
and you
can.
stood before God and said, I know I hit my
Thank you, God, for my high testosterone level. I jack it every day.
wife, but I was born that way. You made me like that.
Did.
You created me that way.
Thank you, God.
No. God would say, I expected you to call your body into submission, to make it a slave, and to decide.
I expected you to make your body a slave. What the fuck? Why not just allow me to be the way you made me, baby? Your God sounds like a dick.
I'm not giving into my sinful nature. How is that fair, though?
So literally, according to her, God set you up for failure so he could torture you when you fail. God damn it, why would you worship a monster like that? And then, as I reported on the last show, folks, Pastor Steven Anderson has been accused of abusing all his children. Remember Pastor Steven Anderson? He's the anti-gay hate preacher who continuously talks about how gays should be put to death. Anyway, I know it's shocking that he abused his kids. Here's his daughter to explain her side of the story.
As you said, my dad is Steven Anderson, and a lot of people know him because obviously he's kind of a well-known preacher, especially in IFB circles, and he started the NIFB or whatever, that whole movement, which is obviously an affiliation of pastors. So the thing is, though, what people didn't realize, I don't think in my church or other churches, was he was very abusive, both to my mom, and us, as kids, from a very young age. I can remember my dad would hit my mom. He would assault her in various ways. To give an example, which this is something random, but we always had these bar stools in our kitchen. And I remember as a kid, they were always broken because he would throw them at my mom. Damn. He would hit her with them. He would hurl them across the room at her head and stuff. And so we probably bought new bar stools every month.
So he has anger issues. Shocking.
Up, it was ridiculous, and we were not very well to do. So oftentimes we would literally us kids would have to glue these bar stools back together. Other times I remember he got upset at her because she had or she got upset at him because he had used her sewing scissors for something that wasn't sewing. And she had told him don't do that. These are my special sewing scissors, because my mom was
asking for it?
Into crafting or whatever. And I remember my dad broke all of her sewing scissors in half.
Oh snap!
And he was throwing them at her.
No more sewing for you, bitch.
And they were I remember some hit her in the face and on her arms.
Say
and
again.
Stuff. And
say one more goddamn time. I W there. Say again, motherfucker. Anyway, I'm enough of that. Yeah, Wednesday Addams needs to go away. He had some weird-ass kids, too, but I don't blame them. But and that is my religious bullshit for this week. Hell yeah. But you guys got to think about that. You love you some Steven Anderson? Want to go get abused by him? I know I do, baby. Yeah. Looks like Caitlin Clark, Klonda. Don't you besmirch the name of Caitlin Clark. Oh, hell no. She's royalty in this country now. Don't touch my scissors. I am very partial to my scissors as well. All right, move along, folks. Time to get depressed. At least it was kind of, I don't want to say that. I was going to say it's kind of exciting, but that's a very macabre, dark thing to say, considering the circumstance. But anyway, raise your power fist, because we're going to free Palestine. So, folks, don't let the fact that Israel is involved in 5 separate wars distract you from the fact they're still committing genocide in Palestine. The death toll from Israel's attacks on Gaza just Wednesday alone was over 100.
The Israeli army has ramped up military operations across the Strip, killing at least 110 Palestinians in the latest attacks. Airstrikes targeted Gaza City in the north and the Al-Nusayrat refugee camp in central Gaza that's been hit several times. In a ground operation in Khan Yunis in the south, Israeli forces killed at least 51 people, 19 of them from one family. Medical sources say the Israeli army prevented paramedics and civil defense teams from reaching the bomb site. The Israeli army has ramped up military operations.
Crazy. They're attacking civilians, folks. They're bombing civilian infrastructure, murdering children. Just the most evil, sexist shit on the fucking planet. Israel has killed 20 Lebanese paramedics in just 2 fucking days with their invasion of Lebanon. This isn't Hamas, folks. These are heroes just trying to help people. And that's why Israel is murdering them, folks. They want to murder the country's best people to make sure that the country rots from the inside out. This is their battle tactic. This is what Joe Biden and Kamala are calling self-defense. War criminals. That's what our elected leaders are, folks. And aiding and abetting the war criminals is our mass media, like the Washington Post. You have to admire the Washington Post editors who show unmatched creativity in finding ways not to use the word invasion when discussing what Israel is doing in Lebanon. And yes, anything they can say without saying the word invasion. Israel forces move into southern Lebanon. Israel launches ground operation in southern Lebanon. Israel preparing for a possible ground maneuver. Israel begins ground offensive. It's an invasion. They're invading sovereign countries and murdering innocent people. War crimes. But of course, Washington Post, New York Times, all our mass media covering for them, bought and paid for, just like our politicians. And here's Zionist Bernard Henry Levy. Israel is not invading Lebanon. It is liberating it. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? This language sounds super familiar. Where have I heard this language before? This is a historic moment, not only for the Israelis, but for the Lebanese, Arabs, and Eastern Christians. To not understand this is to have lost all moral and political compass. Yeah, they're going to greet us as liberators. That's what they said in Iraq, folks. It's the same goddamn playbook. Going to pull us into World War III and tell us it's for our own best interests. And like I was saying, folks, people are tired of the Israel shit, folks. They decided to fight back a little bit. But even this is theater, to be honest with you. So the United States knew Iran was going to shoot missiles into Israel before they did it, because this is how the whole thing works. So Iran has to play big and bad because all the other Arab countries around them are like, are you just going to let them invade Lebanon and kill a bunch of innocent people and not do anything about it? You're supposed to be one of the big military powers in this region. How are you going to let all these fellow Muslims get killed and not do anything? So they got to pretend that they're going to fight back. So what they do is they tell the United States ahead of time, hey, we're about to shoot a bunch of missiles into Israel. So let Israel know so they can shoot all the missiles down, and you guys can help us shoot the missiles down. And then don't retaliate against us. That way we can tell our people that we did something. We retaliated, but not really. This is how the fucking game is played. But they did shoot a bunch of missiles, and a lot of them did get past, seemingly, the Iron Dome. Here's some video. Tons of fucking missiles shot over from Iran into Israel, and every single one of these missiles were shot at a military target. Because unlike Israel, Iran is trying not to commit war crimes. Iran is trying to follow international law, which is crazy. You know how evil you have to fucking be? Where Iran is the moral authority above you? Just nuts, but yes, all these shot at military targets.
Down right next to us here.
This is CNN.
They're coming down. One just about. We got to go inside.
Yeah, take your ass inside. And one more video of the missiles raining down. Yeah. Seems a lot more scary than it is, folks. Like I said, this is all theater. So only one person was killed, and guess who it was? A Gazan. A Gazan was killed. He was crushed by falling debris. No Zionists were killed. No Jews were killed. And I'm glad. I'm not saying I want them dead. I'm just saying none of them were killed because this is all theater. They let them know ahead of time, and they shot only military targets. And they seem to have done a bit of damage to the Israeli airport. Israel has covered their airfield with digital clouds to prevent satellites from viewing damage. And yeah, it beat it up pretty good, but they'll repair it in no time. They'll be operational tomorrow or the next day, so nothing really happened, even though it looked real flashy. But not stopping Israelis from being hypocritical as fuck, folks. The duality of man here in a couple posts. First off, OSINT Defender. And this is some psycho shit here. Hauntingly beautiful images of tonight's Israeli airstrike against southern Lebanon, where they're killing innocent children, men, women, terrorizing a whole populace. Look how hauntingly beautiful it is when we commit terror and war crimes. Yet they get a few missiles in. Iran has completely lost their damn minds. What the fuck is happening? Yeah, get not even a taste of your own medicine, but just a little speck of it and freak out. And yeah, Mark Kirstein, Iran's actions are illegal. Armed reprisals are illegal. Acts of aggressions are illegal. Imagine being a Zionist who has genocided 100,000 Palestinians, ethnically cleansed them, destroyed all their property as a reprisal for October 7th, and then post this shit. Words don't have any fucking meaning to these motherfuckers. And of course, they're all at the UN, bitching, moaning, crying. Because I guess what's good for the goose is not good for the gander.
We witnessed was nothing short of pure, unrestrained evil. This is the largest missile assault in Israel's history. They have openly launched hundreds of missiles into civilian areas. Today, the mask is off. And their evil is now laid bare for all the world to see.
Yeah, they're the evil ones. Even though we're the ones attacking civilian infrastructure, they actually attack military targets. We're the ones that killed 100,000 people, 30,000 children. They're so evil. Just goddamn ridiculous. And this is Israel right now. I just got punched for no reason. I was just sitting there minding my own business and somebody punched me for no reason. I am the victim here. Yeah, you whiny piss babies. Nobody believes you. And shockingly, all the flights from Tel Aviv to New York were fully booked. Huh, wait, I thought that Jews didn't have anywhere to go except for Israel to be safe. I thought there was nowhere on earth. I thought if there was no Israel, there's not a place in the world that Jews will be safe. What happened to that? It seems like you guys are pretty fucking safe. Seems like you guys have plenty of places to go. Hey, why don't you go back to where you came from? Why don't you go back to Poland or wherever it is in Europe or wherever it is in America you guys came from? That's what I suggest. And breaking, this is not going to shock anybody, folks, but did you know that Israel has most of their military bases and legitimate targets for military purposes stashed inside urban areas, inside areas with civilian populations? Now, when Hamas does that, they call that human shields. They say that it's okay for them to murder all the innocent people because it's Hamas's fault. They have no agency. They have no responsibility not to murder children. It's Hamas who did it. Yet they do the exact same thing, folks. But it's different when they do it.
The U.S. intel view that among the targets were Israeli airfields, but also, and this is crucial, the headquarters of Mossad, the International Intelligence Service of Israel, which is inside Tel Aviv. It's in the northern part of Tel Aviv, but it's in the city. It's in a densely populated area. And of course, the concern is if you're firing, even though Iran might consider that a military target, it is in a densely populated city.
So human shields, by your own logic, though, it is completely fine to murder anybody in the area. Why the double standard? Because, of course, I know the answer. They can do whatever the fuck they want to. The rules do not apply to them. They only apply to the rest of us. And yes, we live in a dystopia, folks. Here's Kamala Harris going public and shitting on Iran for daring to saber rattle and fight back a little bit.
I'm clear-eyed. Iran is a destabilizing, dangerous force in the Middle East.
I don't know what's wrong with the audio, but yeah, Iran is the destabilizing force in the Middle East. It's not Israel who's attacking 500 countries and ethnically cleansing and genociding people. It's Iran.
And today's attack on Israel only further demonstrates that fact.
So if you want to know why Donald Trump is a coin flip to win the presidency, this is why, folks. It's because Kamala Harris would rather murder children than be the first woman president of the United States. That's how crazy this country is right now. I cannot explain this, folks. I'm starting to think that they have some kind of compromise on her. I'm starting to think they must have like these conspiracy theories where they have all these sex videos. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. How can you explain wanting to murder children more than you want to be the first female president of the United States? If she would just come out against Israel, she would gain so many votes from anti-genociders who would not vote for her that she would be far in the lead, but they just won't do it. Scary is what it is. I'm not going to play the rest of her video because fuck her. Man, she makes it so hard to be on board. Yes, I want Kamala to win very badly. I want her to beat Donald Trump very badly. But if she does it, the day after she wins, she becomes enemy number one. I'm going to push back against that bitch harder than I ever pushed back against anybody in my motherfucking life. We're going to burn this goddamn thing to the fucking ground. But I got to wait. And of course, John Fetterman, Shrek, Stroker Ace, all about letting Israel do whatever the fuck they want to do. I fully support Israel's choice to do what's necessary to neutralize Hezbollah. But yeah, no shit. This is another example. They only gave Fetterman like a couple $100,000. That is not even a lot of money. I can't imagine selling out all of your principles, everything that makes you a decent person, just for a couple $100,000. I can only assume it's because, not just because of the money, but because he's afraid that if he speaks out against them, that they'll back his opponent. And he's so desperate to stay in office. He's so desperate for that taste of power, he will do fucking anything. But it's still very bizarre to me. And more evidence, folks. We already knew this. I told you this over and over again, but now they're just admitting it. The Biden gang never wanted a ceasefire, folks. Never. All they did was abuse negotiations to buy Israel more time to genocide and expand the theater of war and entrench its genocidal project. Here is the state spokesperson, Matt Miller, admitting that they never wanted any diplomatic solution with Hamas. They never wanted diplomacy with Hamas.
I want to see a diplomatic resolution.
Well, was that the case with Rafah, for instance? Not just in Rafah, but
we've never wanted to see a diplomatic resolution with Hamas.
Okay, then what the fuck are you talking about? Why would anybody negotiate with you if you don't want any kind of diplomatic solution? If your hardline position is we want to wipe you all out and kill you, come to the table and negotiate, obviously nobody is going to fucking do that. So laid bare, folks, they never had any intention of releasing any hostages. All they were doing was kicking the can down the road to allow Israel to do more genocide and ethnic cleansing. As clear as it can possibly fucking be. And here's another example. It's the times of Israel, folks. It's not some left-wing, anti-Zionist rag in America. This is the times of Israel. We later found out that Hamas had offered on October 9th or 10th to release all the civilian hostages in exchange for the IDF not entering the Strip, but the government rejected the offer because Israel allowed October 7th to happen on purpose to give them a reason to go attack and genocide and ethnically cleanse the Palestinian people. And it was never about them getting the hostages back. They let the hostages get taken on purpose to give them a reason to do all this fucking shit. It's so obvious and so clear. And isn't it funny how the news pretty much stopped talking about climate change once all this shit started happening? All this shit that directly floods the atmosphere with carbon. Never hear anything about it or left-wing news media. This is all perfectly fine, folks, because I guess fuck this planet. Israel can destroy us all. Israel can burn the whole goddamn earth down. It's fine. And last but not least, prepare to be fucking disappointed. You know who it turns out are giant fucking pieces of shit? Ed Sheeran and Post Malone. Yep. They took the Israeli celebrity tour. That's where Israel flies you out to do propaganda for them and pays for everything. They had them take pictures with the IDF terrorist hostages. So disappointed. Not that I'm a big fan of either one of these guys, but fuck you both. I'm definitely not listening to any more of your music. Not giving you the streaming bucks anymore. Fucking looking like the desk in detention motherfucker Post Malone. Fuck off. God damn it. And that's my Free Palestine for tonight. Yeah, ooh, I know. No. So fucking disappointed. What you gonna do? Everybody's a fucking sellout, it seems like. And, what's wrong with my goddamn hair? Fucking goddamn, it's so well powdered. I put the hairspray in it. It just, no, it's fine. It's fine. And all right, let's move along, folks. Let's keep it going. Last section. So get your super chats in if you want to. We're about to hit overtime. So who loves overtime? All of you over there, especially you guys. So reward me for overtime. But for now, it's time for Beyond Parody. Nailed it. And we had this guy in the last Beyond Parody, but I'm going to have him in again. Too good not to. Remember this guy, anti-LGBTQ activist, admits to gay porn. Oh my God, he admitted. Claims that he was a victim. He's the victim, of course, y'all. There's no responsibility if you're a conservative. Nothing is your fault. Everybody else did it to you. After one of the busiest news days for right-wing scandals in a while, yesterday we learned something even more damning about anti-gay activists, if not exactly surprising. Far-right weirdo Corey A. DeAngelis used to do gay porn. Shocker. Anyway, he says, as an activist for parental rights and school choice, my passion is personal. Just like everyone else, I have made mistakes throughout my life. Learn from those mistakes. Hey, I ain't never done jerk-off porn. Sorry. That's a you thing, buddy. Use that as an opportunity to grow and try to channel that experience into something positive. I was a victim of poor decision and poor influences. Just good God. They're always eternal fucking victims. But that's what we're talking about, folks. Let me scroll down. There we go. Yeah. Jerk off race. Which one of these guys do you think won the jerk off race? Hunter Gage, Seth Rhodes, Brad Spear, and Thomas Diaz. Gay hoopla. Woohoo. Oh, look at those cum gutters. I'm going to come all in those cum gutters. And, yep, he won. He won the jerk off race because he's a two-pump chump. Always the ones you most expect, folks. And you guys remember the story about the old, ridiculous dipshit boomer who paid $4,000 to destroy a Taylor Swift signed guitar? Remember this? He should have used that money to buy himself a hip replacement, which he clearly needs, but yeah, I spent money to destroy something. Trump 2024. Well, and you're going to laugh. It turns out it was all fake. It wasn't actually a signed Taylor Swift guitar. They just conned him out of his fucking money. Apparently what they did was they bought a CD that had a CD insert that she'd signed, and they just claimed that counted towards the guitar being a Taylor Swift guitar that you could destroy. Anything for money, always be grifting. And folks, they finally got him this time. Tim Walz owned, folks. Look how fake he is. Tim Walz and his wife cheering while no one is on the field. It's such a heartwarming study. Look at these fucking phonies. They just pretending. Look, there ain't nobody on the fucking field. Only, of course, you know that football fields are not just 70 yards long. And, they were players on the field. Outside of the field of view of this photo, the moment captured is after Minnesota scored a touchdown in the end zone that's not in the view there. So, obviously, that's what the fuck happened. But, lies, edible lies. That's how they think they're going to win the presidency. Saying the dumbest shit to the dumbest people. And so far, pretty successful. Meanwhile, Elon, with absolutely no self-reflection whatsoever, holy God by a clue, he's like, mind-blowing that the Democratic Party is massively outspending the Republican Party in swing states. The Democrats have become the party of the rich and entitled. Just look at their donor list. And the Republicans have become the party of the people. Yeah, hey, the richest man in the world, who's given tens of millions of dollars to Donald Trump, wants you to know that it's conservatives who are the party of the poor people. And it's the Democrats who are the party of the rich, because nothing means anything anymore, folks. You think, of all the people in the world, this would be the number one guy to sit this argument out. But nope, doesn't matter. Words have no meaning. And then did you hear about the artist that was mad that people are stealing his AI art. I actually made a joke about this on my Twitter. I said that I really wish people would stop stealing my AI art. Not everybody realized that was a joke, but obviously that's a fucking joke, okay? And I meant it, folks. I stole that AI art fair and square. And once I steal it, you're not allowed to steal it from me. That's wrong. It's okay to steal it one time, but then no more. But anyway, AI artist says he's losing millions of dollars from people stealing his work. First off, no, you're not. Nobody is paying millions of dollars for your shitty AI art, okay? I should fucking know. You don't have any rights to it, folks. AI art belongs to everybody. And then last but not least, gonna finish off this one. So I've already showed this on 2 shows in a row. The MAGA fashion show, but this is the magnus opus of the clips from this cringe session. So look at her fashion, folks. She made a purse and a skirt out of fake 2020 bills of Donald Trump. Super cool. That's high fashion right there, y'all.
Everybody thinks we're a bunch of just like hard-ass conservative Trump, and it's all about, what we do here with make America great. This is creative. This is art.
This is art, folks. This is true art. They could be making millions of dollars off this art, just like the AI guy. This is art at its highest level. Can't get any more artistic than this overweight lady in her Trump bra and skirt. Shut up and take my money. And one more, folks, to finish it off. Gonna give you guys a reach around, little happy ending with some heroes. Tonight, and it's Doja Cat. Now, I don't know nothing about Doja Cat, but I know she got a best friend and she got her own money and she don't need I can't say the next word. Anyway, apparently Doja Cat speaks out at the Global Citizens Fest for those suffering from injustice in Gaza. Oh yeah, you go, Queen. I actually am familiar with Doja Cat. I was just kidding. She's a rapper. Got some okay songs. I've listened to a few of them. I like that song. She's my best friend. I can't sing it, though, because it uses words that I'm not allowed to say. Uses racist words that I didn't even know were in the vocabulary. Like, I won't tell you, but anyway. And all right, folks, that is my show. Fuck yeah, we did it. Another successful episode of the world's finest one-man show. Hell yeah. If you bail out, please hit the like button. Please, Patreon, go sign up my Patreon. You'll get a ticket to the after party. And the after party tonight is from here all the way down to here. If you don't know, the after party is another section we do for patrons only after the show. It's like a 15 to 30 minute section. And it's pretty cool. It's all the stuff that didn't fit into any of the other categories of the show. In the after party, it's happening right now. So go get your ticket on my Patreon while you still have time. And all right, let's finish up with the super chats. Then we'll do a quick kitty party here. We'll see who showed up at the kitty party tonight. Love you, Dusty. Take my money. I love you, Isaiah Taylor. And I will take your money. And BBC, Hell Satan again. Hope you're well tonight. Have you posted your podcast in the chat tonight there, BBC? 5 from Pat's fan, Triple X. Hell yeah, love me some Triple X. Appreciate you, Pats. Link to the knife. I'll have to look it up. All right. Next show, I'll show you. I just got off Amazon. Just go to Amazon and type in Emerson Wave or something and find it. It looks like this. It looks like this. And then... So I used to have a really expensive version. I used to have the version that Doug Marcaida, he is the guy that is on the show Forged in Fire. He's the Asian guy that goes, "It will kill." And so the first version this night's ever had was his. And it cost like $150. It was very expensive. Is this my knife broken? It's got a crack in it. I guess I need to buy me another one. Anyway, this one's only like $20 though. And it's a much better version because I had 2 of his versions. And that's not a crack. It's just... It's supposed to be that way. Anyway, I had 2 different versions of 2 of his knives. They're like $250 each, and I kept losing them. So I got this cheap $20 version. It's way better because if I lose it, I ain't got to cry. So get you one immediately. What? Agent Orange at the buzzer, $75. I'm the opposite of Trump. You've been rewarded for putting in that overtime. Fuck yeah, you are. The anti-Trump Agent Orange, and that means everybody needs to give love to Agent Orange. Heap it on him. You deserve it. Tonight's Super Chat Heavyweight Champion of the World, Agent Orange. Woo! And Icy Ones. Been watching you for years, Dusty. Going to finally subscribe to your page too. Hell yeah, you one of the good ones. Just jumping in here to donate, so I won't be here to hear you read this live. Thank you for what you do. Hey, we'll catch you on the replay. And thank you, Icy One, you fucking hero. Have you tried food grade Dalmatian? Yes, of course I've tried that, oh boy. Thank you for that. I don't mean to be dismissive, oh boy. I do appreciate that suggestion, and it's something that people have told me. I actually have some of that in the refrigerator right now. But it doesn't really work that well, just to be honest with you. If you have a real bad flea problem, it may help a little bit, but it doesn't really help. You need hardcore scientific chemicals to kill fleas. That's the only shit that actually works. But I've tried every home remedy, everything, just like for the kidney stones, and nothing really works except for the real shit. But thank you, boy. I appreciate you. And welcome to the Dust Buddies, Icy One. Spam that chat with impunity. You got all your customized emojis now. Do it. Anything else pop up? Nope. All right, folks. Nope. I'll be back Friday, day after tomorrow to finish the week out strong with another episode of the world's greatest show. So make plans to tune in and do it live. It's very important you show up live because that's your chance to win your free ticket to the after party. And you get a ticket for every after party I've ever done. Not just one, but you have to be here live to get it. And you get a random chance if you show up live. So do it to it. I will see you guys on Friday. And until next time, Logic, fuck yes. And all right, let's do a little kitty party here. Let's see who shows up. Boom. 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 Wobble, wobble. Wobble, wobble. Wobble, wobble. Come and get it, bitches. Oh, we got a piper. We got a baby. Yeah, come on, get it, baby. All right. That's better than normal. Usually it's just the two boys that show up. Oh, look at that. We got a boy kitty. We got 4. It's a packed house tonight. We got Piper, Violet, Half Stash, and Pretty Boy. Better than usual. I'm pleased. Yes, we're about to switch over. But not yet. We got to do the kitty party first. Oh. Thank you for everybody supporting the show tonight. These little motherfuckers are spoiling shit, and it's all because of you guys. You're the best among us. I love the shit out of you guys. See you Friday. Oh shit, we got another kitty. Look, it's the other one. Precious. This one's Precious. Don't run away. Oh my God. Fuck you. Whatever, asshole. All right, let's fade that out. We're done. Switch over now.